Okay, am I live? Let's see. Okay, we're live, guys. Hello, welcome to my live stream. And today we're doing a watch along of Spurs versus Arsenal. Now, this is one of the biggest games in Premier League, right? It's a big derby, and especially when Arsenal are the team that's gunning for the title this season. I think it's a pretty good chance for them to take a lead over Liverpool. Now, I think this season it will be a 3 hours race. City, Liverpool, and Spurs. And so far, I'd say City have looked the best, but Arsenal has had to play some difficult games at the start of the season. They did not really have the easiest of the starts that City had, or even Liverpool in that case. But let's see how it goes. And the game is about to get kicked off. And talking about Arsenal squad, they have Raya in keeper. There's not really much of a change apart from Declan Rice and Odegaard. In place of Odegaard, Trossard will be playing, and in place of Declan Rice, Jorginho will be playing. So that's a like for like change, I would say, because Jorginho is a box to box midfielder, and I really believe Trossard is a better in central attacking midfielder that the role that Odegaard plays, rather than he's good in the wings. And for Spurs, it's pretty much the same team apart from Solanke coming back after injury. So this is pretty much the best team for both of them, apart from one key player, I would say, Declan Rice and Odegaard is a key player as well, but I think they will miss Declan Rice much more in this game. Postecoglou and Arteta shaking hands. Ooh, it's going to be a tough game for both of them. I reckon it will be a physical game. And Arsenal starting in darker kit this time. And the game has started. And talking about FPL, guys, so many players transferred out Saka for Salah, and this might be the biggest upset that we might get. If Saka gets himself a return, yeah, ooh, FPL is going wild. Now there was one viewer of mine that was planning to sell Salah, to get Saka, right? To get Salah, right? And I told him to wait before making change. Now, in this game, I think Saka will get us some points. Don't get me wrong, Salah was still the correct player to get yourselves because he pretty much has the easiest fixture for a few games. But after City, City is really the hardest game for Arsenal. Apart from that, Arsenal can win against any other team, right? So yeah, I think selling Saka to get Salah in, I think that's a terrible choice, especially when you don't have that many transfers to fix your team. Joao Pedro did not play yesterday. That was another upset for me. But I don't think it will be that much of a deal because I had Gabriel in my first substitute. And the wildest thing is I got 49 points, right? I don't think that's a good point. That's honestly speaking, that's quite miserable. But that point got me from 60 around 60k to around 38k, and That's a massive jump in rank. Now, after today's week, I think I will get back few ranks, but still, I think that's a great start for me personally. It's just been a 4 game weeks, and I couldn't have imagined for a better start in FPL. Anyway, let's get back into the team. Back into the game. Udogie taking the ball. Son. Son switches the play. Passes to Johnson. Johnson to Bentancur. I think Arsenal has a really great chance to counter-attack in this game because fullbacks from Spurs, they push really, really far forward, and that gives players like, okay, that was a great curse. That gives players like Saka and Martinelli a really good chance to run behind their opponents, and they are extremely quick players as well. So once they get ahead, I doubt Poro or Rudogie can catch up to them. And Jorginho has the ability to pass. Okay, as I'm saying that, here comes the chance to counter-attack. Saka to Havertz. Havertz, okay, that was a terrible pass. He wanted to pass it to Martinelli, but the ball did not have enough venom to carry on to Martinelli. And so far, Spurs have looked better on the ball. It's been only 4 minutes, so Arsenal still might want to get some time to get warmed up. Here comes Son. Oh, that was nearly a goal. What a save from Raya. Oh, Kulusevski nearly got himself goal there. It was a brilliant attack from Spurs. Great cutback pass from Son as well. Straight into the feet of Kulusevski, and he does get powerful shot for himself, but oh, it's a quirky start for Arsenal. Corner for Spurs. Madison takes one deep. Okay, it's straight into the arms of Raya, and that's a great pass to Martinelli. Can he get to the ball? Okay. The ball just did not have enough power behind it, but there was still a great chance. Solanke tries to control the ball. The ball is in possession of Spurs. Madison. Bentancur. Madison. Udogie. Udogie. And Saka doing defensive work. That's going to be a good battle there. Udogie and Saka. Both players like to go forward. Udogie will be doing more of a defensive work, and Saka will be doing more of a attacking work, I reckon. But so far, it's been quite opposite of what I thought of how this game would have gone. Oh, that's another corner for Spurs. And just like what I said, without Rice, they are not getting control in the midfield. Rice is, I think, pretty much biggest player for Arsenal. I don't know about biggest, but he is probably the most underrated player, along with Odegaard. But Odegaard is, Oh, that was another great. My word, this game is going at 100 kilometers per hour since the start. That was a great cross from Madison. Oh, and it's Solanke. He nearly scorpion kicks the ball. If that had connected, it would have surely been a goal because Raya was caught off guard. Kulusevski. Kulusevski with the shot, but that's been blocked. Havertz. Jorginho. Martinelli. Jorginho. Trossard. Saka. Okay, that's been intercepted, but the ball's with Ben White. Saka. White. Saka. Oh. Timber to Martinelli. And that's out. So far, Spurs has been better team. Arsenal just don't have that control over midfield. Like I said before, two key players not being part of this game, it will be difficult for Arsenal. And this feels like one of those high scoring games. Udogie, Son, Bentancur, Son. Do you think Spurs will win? Uh, that's a big claim. I mean, sure, Spurs can win this game, but I really think Arsenal has a lot on the line. So they will want to win this game. Son. And that's foul. Foul on Son. And that's great place for to take free kicks. Spurs are quite good when it comes to set pieces. Is Madison, I believe, is one of the best in taking corners and free kicks. I'm talking about in Premier League. And if we can deliver a good cross, so it will be a difficult one to defend for Arsenal. I have Gabriel in my FPL team, so I want Arsenal to keep a clean sheet here, but this is extremely difficult game defensively. For attackers, I think it will be a wild ride. I think this game will give us 4-5 goals. It's been a pacey start as well. And Arsenal wanted to take a quick throw in, but they didn't have much options. So they are taking the time. Saliba back to Raya. Raya clears the ball. Havertz straight into the feet of Udogie. Van der Ven. Romero. Vicario. There was neat and tidy from Bentancur. And Spurs are trying to build up slowly. and that's a foul given. Timber tackled Johnson off the ball, and this will be a physically difficult game. And I think that's the reason Odegaard is not playing, because Arsenal won't be uh, risking their key player in such a difficult, physically difficult game. David Raya with a free kick. That's a great turn from Solanke, but he can get past Saliba. Wait, what? Okay, I thought the foul was not given it, and Arteta just pulled out ball of Spurs. I think Son's feet. I mean, technically the ball was still in play, and manager could have been given red carded there. Uh, but well, I guess he is quite worked out. Raya to Partey. Spurs are pressing really high. Oh, that's surely a goal. Oh, Spurs can't finish for their life. How the hell it did not get shot off there? He was just dilly dallying the ball. He was 1 on 1. I mean, just get shot off there. Son was, uh, Johnson was open in far side as well. He could have passed the ball. And all of a sudden, Arsenal are on the attack here. That's a brilliant cross. But Timber could not find Saka. Saliba with the ball. But that's been given as a free kick. And he has been yellow carded because he ran with ball on his hand. The refs these days, I mean, they're quite crazy. I mean, should it been a yellow card? Honestly, no, because it is part of the game. But let's see how it goes here. Being yellow carded in such a physical game in just 15th minute, it's not really a good situation for him. Just making a fall or two can get him red carded. And when you're defending the likes of Son and Johnson, they are quite quick on the feet. So you would not want yellow card at this part of the game. But honestly, I'm quite surprised about Spurs here, because they were the underdogs coming to this game, and so far it looks like they are the giants. They have been better at the ball. They have been better defensively, pressing off the ball as well. And something needs to change in Arsenal as well, because Jorginho is not getting much into the game so far, and he is replacing someone like Declan Rice. So that's a really difficult job for him to. Trossard, Trossard trying to get past Bentancur. Oh, that's a great ball to Saka. Oh, great defending from Saliba as well. And he has won himself free kick. Great play from Saliba there, holding up two players. Martinelli. Martinelli with the cross. Backwards. Oh, for a second I thought it was a goal. Great save from Vicario. That's the second best chance so far in the game. The best chance was missed by Solanke. He had one-on-one chance there. He just missed, but what a great header from Havertz. Great save from Vicario. Bentancur. Udogie. Son with a brilliant simi there. Udogie. Son. Madison. Romero. Bentancur. Martinelli. Chance for a counter attack here for Arsenal. Martinelli is running. He is one of the fastest player in Arsenal sort, so that's probably the player you would want in such a situation. And that's a great run from Martinelli. Martinelli with the shot. Oh, that's a big miss. Another big miss for Arsenal there. It should have been a goal. It was the best chance so far. He had multitude of time there. Romero. Van de Ven. Madison. Madison is starting to get more and more into the game, and that's something Arsenal should try to avoid. Madison is one of the best playmakers in Spurs sort. Madison. Bentancur. Johnson. Bentancur. Arsenal are keeping their shape, but Spurs are making it really, really difficult for Arsenal because they have been brilliant on the ball and they are slowly building up. And this attack might lead to something. Madison straight into the arms of Raya. Ooh, but that would have been given as a foul. Solanke trying to make it difficult for Raya, but that was a foul. Raya with a long goal kick. Vicario to Bentancur. That was a risky ball. And Arsenal are pressing really, really, really high. And that's going to be a corner for Arsenal. I mean that last miss from Martinelli, it was tight angle, but it was a terrible shot. Could have passed the ball to Saka as well. So that's a bit of a selfish move in it of itself. Vicario Trossard caught the ball really cleanly there. Saka with the cross. Havertz nearly chipped it in, but Vicario was there. And Vicario trying to counter attack. That's a great kick there. It does find Kulusevski, but he couldn't control the ball. And Jorginho taking the ball. So far, it's been a great tempo in this game. It has been end to end, and as the time goes on, both team will be desperate for win. Havertz, Trossard, Ben White, but he couldn't control the ball. That's a poor mistake from Ben White. If he could have controlled the ball, then there was a clear chance for counter attack for Arsenal once again. Like I said before, it is one of the most important games for Arsenal. They would not want to drop points in these days of game or in these days of league. And especially when Liverpool have dropped some points, it's a great time for them to take lead over Liverpool. Timber, ball is still in play, and the ball is with Bentancur. Bentancur, Madison, Van de Ven, Son, Madison, Romero, Bentancur, Van de Ven, Madison. Spurs are building up quite slowly, and Arsenal are making things difficult. They have been in great shape defensively, but still, I don't think they can just win this game trying to be a sail in defense. They need to attack, and so far they have created a couple of chances, but so has Spurs. That could have been a better cross, but straight into the palms of Raya. That's a poor pass from Evers once again, and Udogie this time on attack. Kulusevski. That's a great pass to Udogie. Oh, Havertz, but he's been marked by Van de Ven. Kulusevski. Solanke Kulusevski. Son. That's been intercepted. And the foul is given on Saka. And Udogie has been given yellow card. Was that foul worthy of yellow card? I mean, it's a late one, so maybe, but it's a really soft yellow there. Saliba carries the ball forward. Trossard, but that's a missed pass from Trossard. And Van de Ven comes with the ball. That's a great pass to Son. Madison. That's a great cross to Solanke. Oh! That was nearly a goal. It really caught Raya off guard. There was no way Raya was getting the ball. There was a great dink on the ball. And for a second, I thought it was a goal. Ooh, that was a good contact as well. And ball nearly chipped into the goal, into the side net. And Solanke is still waiting for his first Tottenham goal. And if there had been a goal, what a start to his career, getting goal in one of the biggest derbies in Spurs shirt. And Arteta having his word with Ben White. He's unhappy about something. Ben White taking the throw in. David Raya clears the ball. Havertz gets it. Martinelli, Havertz. Jorginho couldn't get to the ball, and now it's a great chance for Spurs to counter-attack once again. Here is Kulusevski running forward. He has Johnson on the wide. Bentancur, Udogi, Son, Madison. And in those kinds of scenarios, Arsenal are looking quite good. Udogi, Son, Udogi, Van de Ven, Romero. And so far, the half an hour of this North London derby has been a great one. That was a great cross, but Solanke couldn't get head to the ball. And the ball's with Son, Udogi, Madison, Son. That's another great cross, but no one was attacking, and the ball's gone out for a goal kick. Well, I mean, Arsenal has been second best so far in this game. I think they have created two really good couple of chances, and that's about it. Spurs are really picking apart Arsenal's defense so far. They have created some chances. They have missed all of them, but still, they will score at some point if they play on like this. And Havertz has been fouled on the halfway line. And Bentancur has been yellow carded as well. I mean, refs these days are giving cards for everything, aren't they? I mean, yes, it was a foul, but still, that's part of the game. Let the game flow. I think that was the mutual consent from refs this season, that trying to let go of some tackles to not get into the flow of the game, but so far it's been really, really rough. Uh, refs are giving yellow cards and for everything. Havertz, Saka, Ben White, Martinelli tries to bomb forward. Timber back to Martinelli. Martinelli, Timber. Okay, now it's a corner for Arsenal. Oh, that was a great corner. Timber could not just shoot the ball. He was frozen. And that's another corner for Arsenal. It was a decent save from Vicario because I think that thoughts allowed the path of ball to divert away from Timber because at the beginning I thought Timber just could not get to the ball. But it was deflected. It was pounced by Vicario from a different angle. And Saka with a corner. And Reeves having a little warrior with Gabriel and Christian Romero. And the balls with Raya. The ball was deflected. That's a great ball. Gabriel. The corner was wasted, but Arsenal still have possession of the ball. And that's a great pass from Trossard to Martinelli. Martinelli tries to get past Romero, but he couldn't. Romero, Bentancur, Kulusevski. And Tottenham is struggling to keep hold of the ball, but that's been given as a free kick. Okay, now that's the brawl breaking down. Timber has been yellow carded because he ran off after the ref blew his whistle. And this is what I was talking about. And Pedro looks to be in a lot of pain. Pedro Porro is down. And this is what I was talking about when I said it's going to be a physical game. Now, will it be a back-to-back red card for Arsenal players? It's been checked by VAR. And Pedro Porro clearly looks like he's in a lot of pain. The check is still going on. Okay, there was a fight nearly broke out between Vicario and Timber there. I mean, It is the North London Derby. Not much I can say about that. This happens pretty much every season, and Vicario has been booked as well. I mean, should he have been? Probably. And the season is off to a great start. I mean, it feels like Poro made a meal out of it. There was not much, but still, it's bound to hurt when starts eat your legs first. And the game starts. It's a throw in for Spurs. And Timber needs to be really, really careful here because couple more fouls and he might get red carded. So he has to be careful. The game has slowed down quite a bit since the start, I believe. I mean, the game is still pacey, but it's not been that end to end so far, like it was at the start of the game. Romero is taking his time for the goal kick, just passes it back to Vicario, and Vicario clears the ball straight to Ben White. It might be a great chance for Trossard, but he couldn't control the ball. And it's another corner for Arsenal. And all of a sudden, Arsenal are starting to stack in corners. Now, if one or two of these goes in, well, it will be a big trouble for Spurs. It's a deep corner. Martinelli on the ball. Martinelli gets past two players, three players. Oh, for a second I thought he could have shot the ball. But he gets the ball back once again. It's a dangerous position. But he opts to go back to Jorginho. And it's Saliba. That's a nice pass to Saka. Saka on the ball. Partey. Havertz. Oh. And that's a goal kick. That was a great chance once again for Arsenal. And Arsenal players would not want to get stopped by a half time because they have been really, really good after 10-20 minutes at the beginning of the game. It's just that the creativity is there, but it has not amounted to big chances. They had produced big chances at the counter attacks, but Arsenal were unable to score goal at the time. Jorginho, but the ball's been stolen by Spurs, and it's a great chance for counter attack here. Brendan Johnson. Johnson with the shot, but it's a corner for Spurs. Great defending from Timber. It is better from Spurs. They look really good in counter attacking situations. And Havertz with a clearance. Van de Ven trying to take time on the ball. We are nearly into half-time mark as well. It's 43 minute, 44th minute, and just about a minute or so apart from injury time to go. And I doubt there will be much of an additional time because there's been nearly no time wasting at all. Both of these teams wants to win this game. Now the thing about this game is there's never been a 0-0 draw in this stadium. And I don't think there will be another 0-0 either. I think both of these teams will score. Son to Johnson. Poro. Bentancur. Van de Ven. Udogi. Madison. And that's a great defending from Arsenal. Trossard can't get ball off his feet. Kulusevski. Johnson. Ah, that's a big chance. He should have passed or crossed it. It was really tight angle to get goal. But there were players open. It was a clean strike, but they should have at least gotten shot on target there. Did not even test the keeper. And Raya with a goal kick. There's been 3 added minutes. White to Saka. To White once again. Oh, that's a rough tackle there. And the foul's been given. And the ref is giving another yellow card. And it's been given to Kulusevski, I believe. And Van de Ven gets yellow carded as well. I mean, Kulusevski was just having word with ref and he just brandished the yellow card. I mean, 1 minute left in this game till half time, and it may be the last chance for Arsenal to attack. Trossard with the free kick. Does get Gabriel, but that was a poor cross from him. Timber straight to Vicario. And that's the halftime, guys. It's been nil-nil game so far, but it's been an exciting game, and both teams creating chances. I would say Spurs looking better, but after a few minutes, Arsenal have improved quite a lot, and it's Tottenham nil, Arsenal nil. This game rarely has ever been nil-nil, especially not in this stadium. So yeah, I doubt it will be goalless in second half. Okay, keep on watching, guys. I'll be back in a minute. Till then.
Plus. It's a game changer. Making the same game multitasking in matches doesn't get much easier than this. It's never ordinary at 365. And I'm really gambling with.
Look like the French.
I'm a tradie. It's not quite my business.
Why not start with hydrogen?
Is it better than backwards?
Smoke signals will be better than magnets. What do you want? Enjoy up to 33,000 tradies already flying their business on hydrogen.
Thanks, neighbor.
I don't like that. So it's 500.
No goals, but they are the half-time stats in the North London derby. As you can see, 5 shots apiece, 3 of them on target from Arsenal. And at the bottom, 7 yellow cards, 5 to Spurs. That is the joint most ever in the first half of any Premier League game. We'll get to that in a moment. There have been chances at both ends. Let's get a neutral view first. Alan, what have you made of it?
I think from chances, I think Spurs have had the better of them. Brennan Johnson's had one, Kulusevski's had one, and Solanke's had a really good opportunity where he failed to take it quickly, where Tottenham have pressed Arsenal really well. And some of Spurs' best players, when they've moved it really quick, with a one-touch, two-touch play, instead of the slow build-up. When that happens, that allows Arsenal to get men behind the ball. But they've caused them some problems. Martinelli's had the best chance for Arsenal. Perhaps should have crossed it earlier to Saka, but not a lot in it.
That's frustrated you. Could Arsenal have done better with their exciting offensive goal in that first half? Yeah, I think with the Martinelli one especially, I think that was one that, like, I see that the way it's going at the minute, I like the way Arsenal are playing. That's a great header from Kai. I think the goalkeeper's going to make that save. I think it's a fantastic header Eric Will's come back from. And I just believe that in games like this, especially with the Martinelli chance, you have to get the goal in the bag, and then as time goes, you might get your chance. I think that comes across quickly, and then Saka gets in there, maybe gets a shot on goal. You can see him with his arms outstretched. It looks like the devil gets back in time, but I think if this ball comes across, Saka would have made it in front of him. I think he would have made that. But I feel Martinelli in that instant, he should be looking to get the goal. What's going to give us the goal, and then go from there. I would like to have seen him pass. He was manager as well, by the looks of things. The thing for me there, he didn't even look. You can't pass. What Ian sounds right, but you can't pass if you don't get your head up. That's what quality players do. You're behind, you see your heart rate going up. It's like, calm down. Where's my teammate, mate? He just slipped to the ball.
Tom's top record signing, North London derby debut for Dominic Solanke. Could he have done better in that first half?
Talking about his first half, he has been out for a little while. But these are things that get a bit rusty. But as soon as that ball comes in, there's his first touch. It's under his foot. He's got to slide from it. He's got to open his body and get it on the outside of his right side, away from the defender, and then he just strokes it in the net. Great defending. Absolutely, the ground is covered so quickly. But what's an opportunity? These big matches, North London Derby, that's the difference. That first touch, if his first touch is right, he gets the shot in. And that's the big difference. But Spurs have had probably slightly better chances. But I've got to say, I think Arsenal have grown in the game. This is a really good effort, because I didn't think he was going to get any purchase on his header. But he actually beats Raya. If that's inside that's in the net. It's a really good effort, Al, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a really good effort. But the first one, you've got 10 yards where there's no defender can get to you. I don't need 3 touches, which is what he's tried to do. The really top players take 1 touch, move it out the feet and get the shot away a goal. First one was a great chance.
7 yellow cards, 2 of them for this incident. Initially from Urian Timber, what do I make of this? I don't think this is a foul. Timber gets his foot on the ball, he's trying to do that to protecting the ball. I think Polo's reacted very, very poorly. There's nothing wrong with him. There's not near enough contact for him to be rolling around like he is. And then obviously the goalkeeper from his angle probably thinks that he's caught him. But if you look at it, he's standing on the ball. He's not actually kicked him like Polo's tried to kick him. And Polo makes a note of it. And then the goalkeeper, look, if you look at it from there, Polo's foot comes in and meets it. And I think that watching that, like I said at the start, the referee needed to make people know in the first couple of challenges, where emotions are running high. I want the game to flow. Everybody just step down. But he just started booking people, so that's what he said is possible. The referee now has handcuffed himself. He's put himself in a really weak position. For me, that one, booking or non-booking, even if he had said not booking, it was just as a professional. You know what he's trying to do.
Okay, I am back with coffee, guys. Game is yet to start, and well, let's talk about the stats now. I mean, it's beautifully poised for both teams to win. I still think Spurs has had an upper hand so far. They have 67% of possession over 33%. That's crazy, especially when we consider that Arsenal as a possession based team, getting over 67% possession is unbelievable. And they have more than twice the amount of passes, 268 passes over 128 passes of Arsenal. But in terms of shots, both have equal 5 shot seats, but Spurs has lower number of shots on target. They have just 1 shot on target, while Arsenal has tested Vicario thrice by now, and will Spurs lead in yellow card as well. They have 5 yellow cards to do, and 5 corners for Arsenal, while Spurs only have 3. So yeah, it's beautifully poised for both of the teams. I still think there's a possibility of Arsenal winning this game, even though Spurs have upper hand. And if we're talking about live win probability, then Spurs have 28% of winning chance, whereas Arsenal has 36% of winning chance. So that's one of the things that Arsenal need to improve, is get more possession, because if they have more hold on the ball, then I think they can muster up some chances to score, especially when we consider Arsenal as a possession based team, and even Spurs are a possession based team. So that's the one thing that needs to change for Arsenal. And who do we have after this game? This is surely not the last game of this game week. So let's see. Mm, okay, there's Newcastle versus Wolves. Well, I honestly hope Newcastle scores, because I have solely suck, and now he's surely gonna score hat trick or something. This always happens with me. Yeah, I mean, I was a little bit aware of that. I really did not want to make transfer of Isaac and get Pedro over him, but I needed some funds to strengthen my other positions. Now I couldn't strengthen them this week because I don't really like making -4 or something this early, especially, and I still have wildcard left. So if things go south, I can use it as a lifeline. But still, I really want to get rid of either Zota or Eze, because well, Zota is a rotation risk after UCL starts, and Eze apparently is not on penalty. Now the biggest reason I have Eze in my team is because I was sure that he was the penalty taker for Crystal Palace. Now, even though he does not take penalty, Eze is still a great asset. Don't get me wrong, but I think for 7 million there are better players. And this week especially has been extremely bad for all of us. And Kunku scoring goal just sums it up. I mean, there are goals, there are clean sheets, but not from the team that we expected. I mean, okay, United was expected to win. Now, Brighton versus Ipswich, it was a nil-nil draw. Nobody expected that. I really thought Brighton could really push this game, and I really believe that Brighton could have scored 3 or 4 goals. That's the only reason I brought Joao Pedro, and he didn't even start the game. He didn't even play the game. And then there's Crystal Palace versus Leicester. Now, I really thought Crystal Palace could have kept clean sheet, but no, they couldn't. And yeah, that was another bomber. And Mateta is scoring twice. Well, Mateta is one of the best striking options, so let's keep it at that. And then Fulham versus West Ham. Now it was a bit difficult game to predict, but 1-1 draw. Okay, that's fine. But Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest. This has by far been the biggest blow for me. I have 3 Liverpool assets, and all of them blanked. Even Salah blanked. Now I can only pity the FPL managers that just sold Saka to get Salah in the team. I do feel sorry for them, but either way. City versus Brentford. Was City conceded goal in first minute of the game? And that's not really something that can be predicted. So Lewis blanked for me there, but Haaland was balling in that game, scored twice. And then Aston Villa versus Everton. Now this was another wild ride. I was trying to get Watkins in my team. I was planning to make -4 as well, but there was 75% chances of playing Watkins in this game, right? He was injured. There was a small knock or something. And that was the only reason I didn't get this guy, and he scored twice. I mean, what can I say? And then Chelsea wins, but it's Nkunku and Sancho of all players getting the points. This has been really unpredictable week. That's all I can say. Now second half has begun and Arsenal has the possession. And I really hope Gabriel saves my week. At least get 6 or score a goal in corner or something, because it's been terrible week for me. Trossard, Martinelli, Saka. Ooh, Vicario stops the ball. Otherwise, that could have been a great passage of play for Arsenal. I I forgot to change my title. Damn. Thanks for reminding me. Spurs versus Arsenal. Okay, I have changed the title. Yep, thanks for reminding me. I just forgot about it. Yeah, I do. I agree with you, Pro Clips. Spurs are lacking creativity when they reach finals hard. But Arsenal has not been that great. Oh, that was a great cross once again. And Solanke misses it. Now the amount of chances Solanke is getting, he can be a great asset in your FPL team. Oh, that was such a great cross, and the run made by Solanke as well. That's just next level. Madison with the cross. That oh, that was a great whip from Madison. Oh, that will be yellow card there. That was a dangerous challenge from Jorginho. Oh yeah, I have already changed it, mate. I made typo error at the beginning. Now, if you guys are listening, Solanke can be a next transfer target. I will have to analyze the fixtures, but so far, it feels like a great asset to me. I am really unhappy about Zoa Pedro. And oh, that's a great pass to Kulusevski. Kulusevski with the cross, but that's been blocked by Gabriel. Martinelli, and that's a great tackle from Pedro. It's throw in for Arsenal, and it will be taken by Timber. And that's a foul by Havertz. He just pulled Romero there. Bentancur, Kulusevski, Bentancur. Spurs, like Proclip said, well, Spurs are great on the ball, but they lack creativity going forward. But that's a great pass from Bentancur. And that's given as a corner, cleared by Ben White. And I sense goal coming in for Spurs because they are really committing forward in the start of the second half, and Arsenal are finding it difficult to deal with it. And that's in swinger, but nobody gets hit to it. Trossard, that's a great skill from Trossard. Martinelli, Gabriel, it was yeah, it was Gabriel, and that's goalkeeper Arsenal. Oh, my bad. It's a throw in actually. It's right on the line. And Timber with the throw in tries to take a long throw in. He does get average, and that's another throw in for Arsenal. Gabriel, Partey, Saliba, Ben White to Saka. Saka once again tries to run with the ball, but there's no space at all. Ben White. And that's the mistake from Ben White. But Saliba tackles the ball but couldn't get to it. Romero. There's the open space on left hand side, but he couldn't find anyone on the ball. He did try to pass it to Pedro Porro, who was in dangerous position, but he couldn't get him to the ball. Havertz, Saliba, Raya, Gabriel. He has been pressured, but that's a great ball to Martinelli. But Martinelli couldn't get to the ball. And Romero gets ball to Kulusevski, but Kulusevski couldn't control the ball, and the ball is with Martinelli once again. Timber takes the ball, tries to cross it, but that's a great defending from Romero. And Romero has been rock solid there, but he is down. Now this does not look good for Spurs. Maybe hamstring injury. He's feeling something. Now if Romero is injured here, then it's a terrible, terrible news for Spurs because the guy has been rock solid in defense so far. He clearly looks to be in pain, but he's trying to run it off. The thing about Spurs is, well, they have a great starting 11, but if you look at the bench, then apart from couple of players, there are not many that can change the flow of game. But Arsenal's bench looks pretty stacked, and the long game is better for Arsenal. But for now, the ball's with Raya. Jorginho to Saliba. White. Jorginho. Partey. And the ball's been won back by Madison. That's a great pass and go from Spurs. Bentancur. Porro tries to flick the ball but could not get anyone. And it's a great chance for Arsenal once again. Havertz on the ball. Tries to get Martinelli, but what a tackle from Van de Ven. The pace this guy has, it's unheard of as a centre back with such a big build. He is like a train in the back. And if you get run over by train, nothing can save you. Vicario. Now, if this game ends 0-0 draw, then it's a great game for Pedro Porro or even Arsenal defense honors. Van de Ven, Kulusevski, Pedro Porro, Brandon Johnson with the ball. He has made it difficult for Timber, That was a great cross, but that's been cleared by Gabriel once again. This game has been like a highlight for Gabriel and Romero in defense. There was a good chance, but once again, like Proclip said, Whispers can materialize it. And Ref has blood whistle for something he doesn't like there. And he's having talk with Trossard and Son. And they are still having tussle there, but the corner's been taken short, and the cross is really deep. Hello, Night Slash, what's up? Oh, that's a dangerous tackle, and the foul's been given to Arsenal. Ben White on the ball. Raya. Gabriel. Martinelli. That's a brilliant run from Timber. It's 3 versus 4. Oh, could have been better cross there, but once again, great interception from Van de Ven. And Spurs on the attack now. Son with the ball. Kulusevski. Pedro Porro. Brendan Johnson. Brendan Johnson takes the shot, but it's straight to the keeper. It's straight to the hands of Raya. And that's another chance gone in vain for Spurs. They really need to be creative when it comes to final third, because so far they have created chances, but they have not been clinical enough, and most of those chances have gone to waste so far. And against a team like Arsenal that's so tight in defense, they need to be a lot better. With half an hour left to play, Arsenal will be giving everything to not draw in this game, because they can't afford to. Catching up to City is probably nightmare for most teams in Premier League, and that does not leave Arsenal alone. So they would want to close the gap as far as possible. And if they draw this game, then all of a sudden City have 2 points lead, and it's only been a game week 4. So Arsenal will be looking to win in this game, but same can be said about Spurs as well. And that's corner. This time it's been cleared by Martinelli. And once again, it's corner for Spurs. Spurs have had 6 corners, including this, and one decent delivery. It might change the result of the game. Martinelli. And the ball's been cleared. The ball's with Udogi. Pedro Porro. And that's a great chance for Johnson, but it's a really great block from Gabriel there. Another header from Saliba this time. And it's a great chance for Trossard. It's Havertz actually. Martinelli. Saka. Trossard is open on the wide. Trossard with the shot. It's been blocked. Saka. And this time it's corner for Arsenal. It's been a high adrenaline game. Brawl nearly broke out once, and it's been pretty much end-to-end game. And Pedro Porro is down, probably because he covered so much distance there. And the shot from Saka was really powerful, so it might have hurt him a little bit. He had to stop that ball with his abdomen, so it's quite painful there. Saka with the corner now. One decent delivery, that's all Arsenal needs. Is it written in the stars for Gabriel? Let's see. Gabriel with the jump! Oh my word! Clip that, clip that. Gabriel freaking scored. Oh my god, man. That's quite a prediction from me. It was written in the stars for Gabriel. Like just what I said. It's crazy. Unbelievable stuff. And guess what? This guy has just saved my FPL as well. I had Gabriel as my first substitute. Whew. And all of a sudden, the defense has been broken down. One decent delivery. That was all Arsenal needed. And genuinely, I'm surprised by how good my prediction was. Just look at him. Oh my word. What a goal. What a moment, man. Even the timing of that goal, like I was saying, is it written in the start for Gabriel? And it was. That's the probably best prediction. Mikel Arteta will be delighted. Yeah, Arsenal will score one more. Don't worry, Ujjwal. I mean, what a stuff from Gabriel, and all of a sudden the guy might give me like 10-15 points. Let's check it out. I'll be checking points for a little bit. So far Gabriel has given me 12 points, and that's including the clean sheet. So if Spurs scores here, then it might only translate to somewhere around 8 points, but still that's a great stuff. And just thinking about this week, it was getting on my nerves because I just got like 49 points, and all of a sudden the guy has given me around 60 points, and that's a great stuff from Gabriel. Did you have Gabriel in your team? I mean, if you do, then type yes. Because Gabriel is a great asset to have. If you want someone that's more attacking defender, then I think Gabriel is the best defender you can get in FPL. Yeah, I recognize you, Night Slash. And Brendan Johnson and Bentancur are going out, and Odobert and Sarr are coming in. Sarr is a great player. He is someone that can change the game. Now, he was one of the few players that I was thinking of when it came to changing the scoreline, because this guy is quite the magician himself. And yeah, now we really need this clean sheet. Maybe another goal from Gabriel. Great week, man. From all of a sudden, the wing this game week turned from trash to best, because I think I will have another rank jump in my FPL. I am in 38,000 globally, if you didn't know. And it's a great start for me personally. Oh, you have Saliba. Did you not get Gabriel? If you still have a wild card left, then maybe switch to Gabriel is a better choice, because yes, Saliba is a great player, but he is someone that will get you bonus points rather than goal scoring points. Now, yes, there is a much more chance of getting yourself bonus points, but from how I see the FPL, if your strikers score the goal, then defenders rarely get bonus points, right? So I think the money is worth more when spent on Gabriel rather than Saliba. But that's only if you have wildcard left. If you don't have wildcard left, then Saliba is still a great pick. And now, surely Arsenal will have clean sheet because they have scored the goal they need. Now all they need to do is defend properly. And from what we've seen so far, Spurs are really bad when it comes to converting chances to goal. And Solanke has missed loads of chances. Yeah, if you have wildcard left, then you can change from Saliba to Gabriel. But if you don't have wildcard, then don't do it. It's not worth making transfer. Because yes, at times Gabriel will get score goals, but same can be said about Saliba, right? At times he will get to bonus points. I mean, even in this game, if Arsenal manages to keep clean sheet, then surely Saliba will be contender for bonus points. Let's wait a second. I will check it out. Okay, transfers. Okay, oh, Saliba is nowhere getting bonus points so far, at least. But things can change relatively quickly. I mean, for he's way off. So no bonus points for Saliba this game. But I think if you don't have wildcard, then you have to stay with Saliba because you might have some other issues in the team that needs fixing. Saliba to Gabriel is more of a luxury transfer, and that will only be like 2, 3, or couple more points difference in between Saliba and Gabriel. Trossard, and that's a great tackle. Yeah, Martinelli has been really poor today. He has made some good runs, had one great chance, but it could not materialize it. He could not score. Actually, he had two really great chances. He just can't score today. Kulusevski, Son, Madison, and the chance is gone. Oh, Arsenal are playing with fire here. They can't afford to make such mistakes in defensive third. Yeah, Martinelli, it's been a bomber really. I don't think Martinelli is a good asset to have in your team for at least this season, because after Odegaard is back, I mean Odegaard will surely be back in game week 5, and after he's back, I think Martinelli and Trossard will be rotated quite a bit because they have to play in Champions League as well. So I think if you have money, then you have to move on from Martinelli instead. Now, talking about midfield, I don't really have anyone in mind at the moment, but how expensive is Martinelli? Okay, let me check it out. I mean, having someone like Jota or Diaz might turn great, but even those two are rotation risks. So, wait a second, let me check it out. Martinelli. Ah, he's 6.9 million. That's expensive for Martinelli. And the flag's raised here. You know what? If you have only one transfer left, then I think you should move on from Martinelli instead of Saliba. I think someone like Jota or even Smith Rowe or even Semenyo in that case, those kinds of player can be a really great differential in your team. I mean, for me personally, I scored these many points because I had returns from really unexpected players like Smith Rowe and Amad Diallo and those types of player. I mean, Smith Rowe is fairly on by a large amount of people, but Diallo is on by a really small amount of people, and those type of differential will do you great, but that's a risky pick as well. Yeah, there's Sterling as well. So I think Martinelli is extremely risky to have at this stage of game. He was brilliant in the past. I owned him myself for a couple of games, and then I moved on to Saka because they were relatively similar in terms of price. But now, with so many players that's been brought in by Arsenal, I think those players are quite risky. I think Sterling will come in place of Saka instead. Not in this game. I think he will be replaced. He will be replacing Martinelli, but in other games, I think Saka really needs to be rested. I think that's the reason he was brought in the first place. It's a beautiful cross, and Solanke couldn't finish it once again. It's a great defending by Gabriel. Now, if Arsenal bring in Sterling, then I think it's going to be massive for Arsenal and Spurs because the guy is relatively new. He has not played for a long time, and he will be looking for getting back his fitness. Sterling will be looking to get back in fitness. So, if Arsenal scores another goal, then I think that substitute will be made, and it's throw in for Arsenal. And Havertz is getting crowd riled up. It is Spurs home ground, and it was supposed to be hostile to Arsenal, but never mind that. It's a great pass to Gab Trossard. Oh my god, what a miss that is. Oh, the flag was already raised, so it could have been offside. But what a miss from Trossard. Okay, Ben White was offside instead. That's understandable, but it's still a big miss. Udogi on the ball. Solanke. Poro. Sar. Madison. Udogi. Son. Madison with the cross. And that's wayward. That's a wild cross there. Not the quality that you would expect from Madison. Yeah, I did believe that Arsenal needed a proper finisher at the beginning of the season, but the amount of goals Havertz has been scoring, well, I think Havertz has grown into a fantastic striker himself. And they do have Gabriel, uh, and he is coming in as well, and so is Sterling as well. But yeah, they do have Gabriel as well for that striker position, and I think that's enough strength in that same position. Instead of proper finisher, I really hoped Arsenal would bring in someone that could replace Declan Rice in some games, because without Declan Rice or Odegaard, Arsenal really lack creativity, and this game has reflected clearly. Yes, Trossard can play as an attacking midfielder, but he has not been able to generate that great chances. Or he has missed most of the passes. So I think those two are the players that Arsenal should be strengthening. Yeah, well, Havertz has not been that clinical, but I think that will change as the season progresses because it is kind of new position for him to play in as a striker. He does make a great moves though. I mean, same can be said about Solanke in Spurs, right? He has missed so many chances. He has missed in just this game. I mean, which position does Mikel Merino play? He plays in attacking midfielder. He plays as attacking mid, right? I mean, Mikel Merino is a great finisher. He is injured at the moment, but yeah, Raheem Sterling is coming in place of Martinelli, and Gabriel is coming in for Havertz. Now, Sterling is one of those players that I am eyeing up because historically speaking, he is one of the best players in FPL. And if he can get the start here, then I think Sterling can do big things in Arsenal sort. Excellent tackle there by Timber. Romero on the ball. Passes it back to Van der Ven. Yeah, I have just updated this score. Thanks for reminding. Saka clears the ball, and Jorginho has been fouled there. But what? Ref's not given it. Yeah, I have already changed the score. Night slash. It's still waiting to be updated. Yeah, there it is. And Arsenal are having to defend quite a bit. And that was a great tackle from Gabriel on Solanke. And so far, Gabriel has clearly been the best player in the field. I mean, he did score a goal. He has made some blinder of interceptions and tackles. Not much you can ask from defender in those sort of chances. And it's another chance for Arsenal to go forward, but that's a really poor ball from Partey. Now all of a sudden, Sarr has a space to attack. Romero on the ball. And Arsenal are having to defend really, really deep here. It's not something Arsenal would have wanted towards the end of the game. We still have 7 minutes and additional time left to play in this game. And that's a great tackle by Gabriel once again. The ball is straight to Vicario's feet. And Timo Werner. Werner with a cross, but Timber clears the ball. And it's throw in for Spurs. And all of a sudden, pressure is mounting for Arsenal. Saka has gone down. Probably trying to waste some time here to get a room, to get some breather. And if this is another injury issue, then it's not looking great for Arsenal. Saka is one of the most vital players for Arsenal in terms of attack as well. Even last season, he played every single game. And physios are having a look on Saka. And Gabriel's goal has been the difference so far. I mean, having no one mark Gabriel, it's unbelievable. And yeah, Saka has played way too many games so far. I mean, even Bruno Fernandes from United is on the same pedestal. These guys play 3 games on the same week and they still give 110% of what they can do. Now, yes, this can carry out for season or two, but if they have to carry it even further, then it will create an impact in the injuries. And even we can talk about many players, many legends in that sense that played way too many games and had to retire early. Michael Owen is one of them. The guy won everything in Liverpool and he was still quite young, and by the age of 25 he couldn't play anymore. He was already washed when he came to United. He had a little stint on Real Madrid, but it didn't pay off. Yeah, bolstering the bench is probably the best thing Arteta could do at the moment, and he is doing so because he has brought in 2 players, I believe, this season. And even last season, they had way too many players injured. All of them are back. Players like Zinchenko can play in multiple positions, so that's a big plus. But no matter how much you strengthen your bench, you can never get as good as City because they have splashed huge amount of cash, and even the substitutes are probably the best players. The likes of Kovacic, who is more of a rotation player, he's probably one of the best center mids in Premier League. And having that sort of team, it's impossible. Well, at least not without getting problems with financial fair plays. Partey with an important interception there, and average is offside. Yep. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about when I say City should be punished. Well, the thing is, yeah, Foden is sitting on a bench. He has not even been part of single game so far this season. And in any other team, he would have been a guaranteed starter. And just look at the lesser known players as well. Like Palmer was brought in by Chelsea last season. Not many people knew about him. And all of a sudden, he has been the best player for Chelsea. He is the main player for Chelsea. And players like these, it's quite unbelievable how good City is. The more you think about it, the more stressed you get. If you don't like City, at least, because uh, even Rico Lewis is probably the best player in any other team, best defender in any other team. But for City, he is more of a rotation risk. Walker plays in that same position, and no matter how big of a team you are, getting team as good as City is impossible. Yeah, that's the reason I think City should be charged, because 119 financial fair plays. That's that's unbelievable, and every other team got charged with it. Teams like Everton, even Nottingham Forest was charged with point deduction, I believe, and Everton could not make a transfer for a few seasons. That's one of the reason why Everton has been so bad lately. And if smaller teams are getting punished, then why not City? I think it doesn't make sense. I really, really think City should be relegated due to financial fair play issue, and all of their trophies should be stripped off of them, because they have won, yes, but it's been won illegally, right? And that's the verdict that I would have given. But yeah, I mean, Haaland is just Haaland, man. Apart from scoring goals, the guy is useless. But I mean, scoring goal is the biggest part of the game. So yeah, I think Haaland is not even that great in build-up plays. Even in Dortmund, he didn't play much when it came to building up the plays. But he always scores. He always gets goals for himself. And I think this season he will be the top scorer, like I said during my prediction video that I made at the start of the season. Yeah, yeah, it's a dream come true for us, because if City's trophies are stripped, then United will get one Premier League. That would have been won by Mourinho. At the time, we were second. So if City's titles were stripped, then yeah. Oh, there was nearly a goal from a pretty long range. Yeah, I mean that one goal where he bounced off of Forest's defender. Not Forest. Let's see who he played against. All right, Pinnock's. I believe he bounced off Pinnock. That was a great IQ play from Alan, because he stopped, right, and then he bounced off Pinnock. Pinnock did bounce off him, and he lost all his pace, and that gave Alan boost to run forward with the ball. I mean, that's a great IQ play, and he is quite intelligent when we see his runs. He's quite like Messi in that sense, because most of the time when we watch Haaland, he's just walking around, and all of a sudden there's open space in front of him. So in that sense, he's quite like Messi, but he can't dribble at all. He can run with the ball, but he can dribble past players. He's not baller like Neymar, Ronaldo, or Messi. He's not that sort of player. He's more like Van Nistelrooy. If you have watched his highlights, then you can kind of get what I'm saying. The guy is not the best player when it comes to carrying the ball, but he scores, and that's the only reason he is in the team. And the foul has been given. for Havertz. And that's another missed pass from Spurs. Oh, that's a big mistake. And Gabriel has open space in front of him. He's trying to double pass player, but that was a wrong choice. And how is that not even carded? Well, talking about Ronaldo and City, I don't really know. Oh, that was nearly a goal deflection. And you're talking about Ronaldo and City. I don't like that because I am a United fan. But yes, if Ronaldo had gone to City, uh, he would have been top scorer. Yes, I believe it. Because even for United, a team that bad, he scored like 20-25 goals. He did not get top scorer, but I think he was second highest scorer in the league. And he had some moments in United short, like that one game where he scored hat-trick against Spurs. Spurs were leading the game 2-0, and Ronaldo just scores hat-trick. And later on, Conte says we lost to Ronaldo, not to United. And well, fair enough. But yes, if Ronaldo had gone to City, then he would have scored. He would have broken records, I reckon, because he was still a great player, great finisher. But now he has lost all his legs. He can't run. He can score, but he can't run, and running is big part of game, right? So yeah, I don't think Ronaldo would have been top scorer now. But if Ronaldo had gone to City back then surely Ronaldo would have been the best player in Premier League. And the time's already gone above 95th minutes. A referee still giving one last chance for Spurs. Arsenal fans just waiting for a full time's whistle here. Van der Ven. And the ball has been intercepted by Saliba. And surely that's it. Yup. And the game's done, guys. It's won by Arsenal. Great game for us neutral fans. And especially if you are an Arsenal fan, then you will be elated. Now, thank you for joining in this stream, guys. Yeah, without City trophies, Arsenal will win twice. I believe Liverpool will win 3 times. I am not quite sure, but I think so. And United will win it once. That's great news for all of us, apart from City fans. So thanks for joining in, guys. Now I'll be going off. I hope you all have had a great FPL this week. Now see you in next video. Goodbye.